Hi succulent friends, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Wei. As always, I would love to share my way of being succulents with you. Today I would love to share my way of propagation. Let's look at my propagation station number 1. It's right above my tool closet. I lock it because if I open it, there are loads of tools. Sometimes they fall, so I don't want you to see that. Up the ladders. Here you can see. Yay! Donkey's tail, Echeveria frost, all the different types, Cytosha, Black Prince. They've been here for over a month, some of them. At the very beginning when I propagate, I didn't have a lot of experience like a lot of beginners. I just randomly put them there onto the surface of the soil like this one here, and mash them together. I found which is not so good, and then gradually I find if I put a piece of hand towel to separate the plastic and the plant is the best for the plant. And every around 15 days I climb up and then water them once and check what's going on. Look at these, they are the one with babies already, and these are around nearly 2 months. They are all from leaves, the ghost plants. Oh, by the way, have a look at my collection. Is a bird view. I don't normally go up because when I propagate, I just leave them alone. Around every half month, I climb up and see how is everything going. But since I'm here, why not? I have 4 shelves in this garden room, and each shelves are full of plants. Look at these. When I first bought them, they came with common plastic pots. I say, why don't I just wear them a coat? And there they are. What do you think? Not bad, isn't it? Please have a look at my number 2 succulent propagation station. These shelves I bought from IKEA is very cheap, 10 bucks each. And then I install them. It's very easy, even for me, I can manage. And then what I did is at the bottom layer, I put a layer of paper towel. So if there is any dirty things or soil, it wouldn't fall onto the floor. Actually, it keeps your room quite neat and clean. The whole thing, look, it keeps your room neat and clean. Other thing I did is at the back, you can see there is a piece of reflection wall. You may wonder what is it? You can just have it from your own house. It's the foil. I just glue them onto the shelf, and then they can reflect the lights. When they propagate, they don't need a big amount of sun, so you can leave them in a corner like I leave them in a corner. They don't really get direct sun, but it's still fine. When I do the propagation, I would, for example, for the big leaves, I would write down the name of the plant and the date I started the propagation. Of course, sometimes there's no way you can write down, and then I would have a name tag and then put it next to the succulents leaves. Then I know when and how long it will take. Look at this. I wrote down here is the Echeveria PVN, and I propagate on the 27th of February. And just in case the leaf die, and I also have a name tag. Double insurance. You may say, oh, when they grow with babies, where do you put them? I would put them into my vertical gardens. Have a look at here. That's all my propagation. Some of them are from the leaves, like here, but some of them actually is from the offsides or from the cutting. Not every type of succulents can propagate from leaves. See them, they grow really well if you propagate from a piece of leaf. I just randomly knock them off, and then they lie onto the surface of the soil. After a while, around 15 days, they start to grow with new babies. Compared with put them onto soil, I like to put them onto the surface of something better because I don't need to worry about the soil fall and make a mess. Another thing you need to be careful is, for example, like here, this one, I always have the drawer or the container, the tree with holes, so it's breathable. I mentioned not every type of succulents you can propagate from leaves like her. This type is from cutting. That's the only way. Or seeds, actually it wouldn't work really well, at least for me. This Echeveria, it propagates really well with leaves. For example, you see a leaf fall in and you just leave it alone. It's about 20 days. You see how many roots grow out. Leave them here and then eventually they will grow babies. You may ask, wait, when is the best time to propagate a succulent? Never ever propagate a succulent during their dormancy. Because you think about it, they are sleeping and you cut one piece of leaf off. They are still sleeping. It takes longer. It's not it doesn't work. It takes much longer time than usual. That's first, timing is important. After you water the succulents, 3 to 7 days, that's the best time to take, no matter it's the cutting, the leaves, or the offsides. Because after you water them 3 days, they get the water fully into the plant. And then they are really fleshy, full of water. That means even you tweak the leaf off, the leaf are the healthiest at the time. So they can be strong enough and give you really good healthy babies as well. And second is you need to know what type of succulents use which way to propagate. For example, like this aeonium is the rosette type. And normally you can just you can use the leaf, but it takes ages. I tried and then it doesn't work really well. Normally you can do offsite. If there is a baby one grow out, you can cut it and then plant it in another pot. Another way is really helpful. I like it. Is you cut the head and then let the head fully callus and plant it in another pot, and the stem, leftover stem, will give you a surprise. Look at this. They are the same plant before. I cut this head off. That is, you can see 3-4 babies here. Actually, I knock off one. Otherwise, there are 4 big babies already. And look at this sedum. It is called a pink pebble. When it gets really beautiful sun, and then the color turn really pink. It's a little pink, but not so pink. So I use a pink pot for it. And there are 2 ways to propagate it. The first is take the leaves, propagate, like a lot of succulents. You go to the really stem and then tweak the leaf off, close to the stem. You can see here, that's the 4 piece. If it is cut from the middle, it wouldn't give you any babies because it's not healthy. You can see from the stem, that means it's healthy, the 4 piece. Another way is sometimes they grow baby by themselves on the stem. It will be too crowded. Then you cut the offset. That's the second way of propagate this type of succulent. Okay, about each succulent, because they have different habitats, I will make videos for each. Thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe my channel. Bye for now.